In this episode, we're going to show you how we opened up two walls in a very closed-off 1970s kitchen to make it flow much better, brighten up the space, and give it a nice open floor plan. Hi, I'm Vince with Elements Design Co. and welcome to this video. Here we want to go over a recent project that we're about to start. We've done all the design work for and are about to move into the construction phase. And we're going to be opening up the floor plan of this kitchen. The current kitchen is very closed off. It's in an older home. The homeowner wants to get a more open floor plan and just brighten up the space, let it flow well. Right now the kitchen is just kind of small and closed off, so I'm going to just open that up. So I want to show you on the floor plans that we did how we were able to achieve this, some of the things we ran into and how we got around that. Here we go. Here we have our current layout of the walls of this house that we're working on. This is our front door. We've got an opening here that goes into the sitting room. Got a piano, and this is just kind of a little sitting area. The main living space is off over here with a couch. This goes out to the pool. And currently there's a window here that looks out to the pool. This is a doorway that goes off to some other bedrooms and another bathroom back over here. The current kitchen layout, we have a wall oven cabinet, we have a cooktop, and we have our sink tucked over here in the corner. We then have a pantry cabinet, some other cabinets, and the fridge right here. It doesn't really flow very well. This corner here gets kind of jammed up. You've got dead space over in here, and the sink, you're just kind of stuffed here next to the cooktop looking at the wall. And this is a wall currently. So when you walk in, you just see this room, you're looking right at a wall. Over here in the living room, you really can't see into the kitchen, you can't see through to the front door. So you end up having these three areas. The dining table right now is pushed up here right next to the door that goes to the garage. So it feels just kind of disjointed and everything is a little bit closed off in its own little pocket. So we want to open that up. The homeowner wants a more open floor plan. So we want to take out these walls. What we're going to do, this may sound a little counterintuitive, but to get a nicer flow, we're actually going to close off this entrance because you can get to the rooms right here. This is an entryway. You can get there right there. You don't need this and this. What that does is that gives us a much longer uninterrupted run of cabinets to work with. So sometimes you got to close things off to open things up. Only problem, this wall here is load bearing. We have a conventionally framed roof with joists running this way and this way, resting on this wall. There's a beam running this way, a beam running here. They're all sitting on this wall. So we need to work around this load-bearing wall to get everything opened up. So let me show you what our plan is for that. So this is our new layout. Before there was a doorway right there. So you can see by closing that off, we get a nice straight run of cabinets. Currently, the window is lower than the cabinets, but the homeowner was already going to be changing out these windows. So what we're going to do is raise this window up enough to where we can actually put cabinets under it. So that's awesome because that allows us to get a nice L-shaped main run of cabinets here. We centered the cooktop between this panel and this corner, so we have nice symmetry on either side of the range. And then we're going to move the sink from the corner where it was right out here to the window overlooking the pool and the backyard. So that gives us a nice opening. We're going to open up this wall and this wall, and we are going to have a beam and a post running down here. But we're going to put an island, and we're going to tuck it up right up against this post, and we're going to have seating here. So we can sit 3, we could probably squeeze 4 seats or little stools in at this island. And now we've effectively opened up this whole space. You can actually see from the couch over here all the way to the front door over here. We have access to our bedrooms just right there, and we've achieved our open concept. We've also been able to just streamline the flow much better in the kitchen area. You may have heard of the working triangle. So that's this triangle between the fridge and your cooking surface and the sink. You don't really want the triangle to be too spread out, and you don't want it to be too tightly together, because then you get all jammed up. Or if it's too spread out, then you're walking far distances just to get to the fridge. Our triangle here is not very bad. You can still have a person here and here working at the sink and the stove at the same time. The fridge and pantry, I like to kind of keep those together, so you've got a good flow. You've got your food storage in one area, your prep and your cleanup and your cooking. So you then have your kind of designated zones. In this cabinet here, we have a trash can. This is kind of centrally located well for anybody that's coming in to use the trash over here. Now, when possible, I do like to put the trash can over here by the sink, but we just didn't have room in this corner. It works out well to stand at the sink and put food and stuff into the trash can and then right into the dishwasher. But like I said, we only had 9 inches of space here before the corner, and so we just chose to put it more centrally located over there. Now, it would have been possible to recess this beam up in the ceiling so that we didn't have to have a post, but we were working on a tight budget, and we just didn't have room in the budget to do that. It was going to cost more on the construction side. So the compromise is we have to have a post here. We're going to clad this in wood along with this beam, maybe like a nice natural cypress or something like that, and we're going to tie that in with the wood shelves that are over here. One other thing to note, currently this is parquet floor all in here, and the kitchen is tile. We weren't going to be able to easily match this floor, so we were going to keep the kitchen tile. Right now though, the tile comes right here off of this corner. And with the island, it really didn't give us enough tile to pull a stool out without jumping that transition of flooring. So we found a nicer line to work with, and we brought it out, and we're going to run our tile here to this line, and that gives us much more space to pull out a bar stool and pull it back in without jumping that transition strip between tile and wood. So that's something to keep in mind. And it also was a natural place to delineate the kitchen because we had a nice line here to work with. So we just, instead of bringing the tile from this line, we brought it to this line. We'll come all the way over. And now that's defined as the kitchen area. And then we have, a sitting area here and the dining area over here. So that worked out really well that we had a nice transition point. As opposed to if we brought the tile out here and this corner was just kind of hanging out here in the middle. So it worked out nice to just come right off of this wall all the way over. So that's how we've opened up this kitchen. Some of the things we ran into, again, finding this load-bearing beam, but making the best of it. And ultimately, we're achieving what the homeowner wanted, which was to have nice open line of sight through the house. The front door is right over here. There's actually a cutout with some metal mesh that comes through here. And so when you come in the front door, you can look right through all the way over to the sitting area that's here. You can sit on the couch over here. and see all the way to the front door, whereas before this was completely closed off. So that's how we're opening up this kitchen. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope we gave you some things to think about if you're gonna be opening up a kitchen, and some of the things that you can think with. Sometimes you have to think outside the box, or think more with the ideal scene of how you'd like it to be, and then you can kind of work backwards from there and see how do we transform what we have to get as close as we can to that ideal scene. So that's what we did here. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like our videos, please click that thumbs up button, and also subscribe to our channel and see some of our future videos.